Hello everyone, this is Panda, and I'm in front of a old location which used to be a 15-minute grocery delivery cheap option, but they took it out because, let's be honest, a lot of people in this neighborhood don't feel comfortable of poor people coming in this area going grocery shopping. But with that said, everyone, this video is the aftermath of using an app to save money, but also to save the ecosystem from food waste. I use an app called TooGoodToGo. I've been using it, and last night we used it, and it was fantastic results. So with that said, why should you use it to save money, but also save the ecosystem on this planet? Well, it's to prevent food waste. So with that said, everyone, I'm going to start the video in a few minutes. This is a live stream, so take everything what I'm about to say and what I'm about to do and what I'm about to show you with a grain of salt. You can subscribe to this channel. I'm a documentarian, photographer, videographer, also a tech reviewer. So the audio that you're listening to is the Comic-Con VD Live 10 audio system. Since now I have a dongle to go with my USB version. So with that said, everyone, the audio is not sponsored. Disclaimer, I am not sponsored by TooGoodToGo or Comic-Con or anyone that I mention of products or food in this video. I'm a very self-independent videographer, photographer, documentarian, travel consultant. And what I am doing this morning is giving you guys my experience dealing with the aftermath with the app called TooGoodToGo. Now, we used it yesterday, well, day before yesterday, we used it, and it wasn't that great of an experience. So we went to a place called Fresh & Company, which is located all over Manhattan. You can find probably it's actually a healthy alternative for eating, but when it came down to that healthy alternative eating, dude, you're not gonna fit that in there, bro. Some guy right here is trying to squeeze his ass in a tight spot right now. But with that said, everyone, I wanted to emphasize what we are talking about here. So I'm going to show you a little bit of video. Wait, is that a video? Yes, I'm going to show you some video. And I'm going to explain what is going on. So this is the app. Now, this is their blog. You can go check out their blog. They're working with City Harvest to work with these small mom and pop restaurants and food carts. Now, the food carts are not literally on, I should not say food carts because they're not literally on this app, because this is about business. Small businesses like this one that was closed down recently because unbeknown reasons. And as you're aware, they have been taking out a lot of the community refrigerators and the community refrigerator delivery options for cheaper options. A banana you can get for 19 cents. You used to get that for 19 cents here. Now you cannot get that for 19 cents. The blueberries, you can get it for $2.99. Other places you can probably buy it for what, $5.99, $5. So you save money, but it's no longer here. So with that said, everyone, take everything I'm about to do and what I'm about to say to you with a grain of salt. And okay. So with that said, everyone, I went to this place called Venmo Grill. It's Greek food. So I went to this location last night we picked up our food at 10:45. We were given some tofu, we were given potatoes, we were given pizza bread, we were given not just the pita bread, but the sauce and the garlic sauce, the utensils, napkins, but also it was worth the $18 value that it said it was. But let's talk about the Fresh & Company literally around New York City. We went there the day before yesterday. We got a sandwich and it was very disappointing. The sandwich was very wilted. Like literally, you ever had a sliced tomato that's been sitting out for hours or maybe yeah, hours, and it just gets wilted. Well, that was my experience biting into that veggie sandwich. The beak was okay, but you can tell that the beaks were a little bit too soft to a point where they were sitting in room temperature for too long. So my experience with the sandwich was mediocre. It wasn't a $15 value, mind you. That sandwich was very thin, small, but it also came with chocolate pudding, which is, they call it the value of $4. And honestly, you gave me pudding, pun intended, but no spoon. But as I said, the app is literally to draw you in to help you save money and time, but also help the ecosystem on this planet. Now, I am using Comic-Con audio. If you may hear some background noise, I do apologize. But just focus on the app. Now, my experience as a vegan pescatarian has been neutral. Last night's food was amazing. Mind you guys, I just got released from my hospital for food poisoning here in New York City. This is why we're looking for other alternatives in the city of New York City while we are still here, because we are leaving. Keep that in mind. But I also wanted to share my experience with my food experience from last night. And I didn't really share it on film because I was so hungry, and not just hungry, but I literally should have been eating throughout the day. And I have not been throughout the day. And I just got released from the hospital for food poisoning. And my doctor literally told me to literally try to eat at least twice a day. And I just ate once yesterday. So with that said, everyone, my food experience and my experience with the app, with TooGoodToGo, was yesterday was phenomenal. The day before, it was not phenomenal. Now, I reached out to them. I complained about the food that I got from Fresh Company, and they never reached out. It's been 24, 48 hours. They never reached out. So I reached out to them again this morning because I don't think that was worth the value. Like, I literally got cheated. And that's maybe some of the problems with this app. Now, it's not the app particularly. It's the business that runs, or well, the business that actually participates with the app. Now, a business was supposed to verify the findings of what you're supposed to get in surprise bag. Now, you have options. If you're a vegan, go for vegan options. If you're a pescatarian, you got a pescatarian option. Vegetarian, meat, sandwiches, cold. You're not going to find ramen. You're not going to find dumplings. I mean, you may find dumplings now and then, but you're not going to find ramen or sushi on this particular app. I have not seen it yet, but it may come across based on your location. Now, this is based on location. It literally gives you real-time locations on who and what business are participating with this app to help save the ecosystem, but also help you save money. Last night, as I said before, that was an $18 value worth of food, $20 basically, and I literally got $20 worth of food, and I was satisfied. And as I said before, once again, for like the third, fourth time, with Fresh Food Company, I wasn't satisfied. I felt like that sandwich was not a value of $15, and that pudding was not the value of $15. And the way that I was treated when I walked into that establishment, young lady is not familiar with the app. I told her that I already swiped it. You just have to verify the code for that lunch or whatever you have prepared. And she just threw the bag on the counter, like this, because I told her correctly. Like, I already swiped it, as you can see. But her problem was she was on her device, her cell phone device, social media. Ladies and gentlemen, half of you don't even use your cell phones for the right reasons. So if I were you working in an establishment, you should not get an attitude because a customer walks in and asks for an order. That was my experience with Fresh & Company in Manhattan the day before yesterday, using TooGoodToGo app. But the food quality may vary. Not everyone is honest. Now, hear what I'm about to tell you. Not all businesses are honest about the portions because they are literally deceiving the app. Fresh & Company, you're deceiving the app. You gave me a value and I looked it up. That sandwich would only cost me $7. That pudding was $4. So you put it together, that was only like around $10, $11. Okay, So I didn't get my value because I looked the sandwich up and I was like, wow, it's $6.95 for the sandwich. Okay, then why did I get cheated? Why did the Freshen company did not follow protocol based on what they claimed as advertised, $15 worth of food? With that said, everyone, when you order from the app, it literally tells you how much value and how much money you're saving. Like I said, last night, it set the value of $18 at Verdo Grill here in Long Island City. Good experience, by the way. Let me show you some more photographs. And I'm going to show you more photographs. And I was at this establishment here in Long Island City. I gave them a 5-star. Why? The food was fresh. Guys, I'm going to tell you this. Like I said, just got out of the hospital and that was like my official first meal. And my body enjoys that meal. Why? Because it's made fresh. They guarantee, Vermont Grill guarantee freshness every day. That's why they have a 4.4 star or 4.6 star review on the app, but also on Google and Yelp. So with that said, it is Greek food. Take it with a grain of salt. You don't know what you're going to get in the bag. That's the only thing that you may not like and you may like. So it's a surprise bag. So you should be surprised what you get. And yesterday and last night, that was a very nice surprise. Hold on one second. Thank you, everyone. Sorry. But that was a nice surprise last night, what I got to eat. And my body feels so amazing this morning. It's a little early. It's about a little bit before 10 or a little after 10. But I emphasize why Fridge No More does not exist in Long Island City. I used to come here and get the bananas for 19 cents. Now you go to any supermarket, you spend in $1 for a banana. Just for one banana. Price gouging, inflation. Now, right now, as you know, New York City is under a rent attack. A lot of people are not going to afford a rent. A lot of people are moving out. A lot of people are trying to save money and trying to find options to save money to eat. And this is a good option for you as an individual that literally wants to save money. So if you're a family of 4 and you only have $10 to spend, you can literally get $10 out your pocket and spend it on this app and get $40 or $30 worth of food and feed your family. So this app may work in California. I don't know yet because we're in New York City, but I'm pretty sure it works domestically in the United States. I'm not sure in Canada yet, but we're going to find out when we get back to Vancouver. But I want to emphasize why families, listen carefully. This is a good option. This is a very good option. This is such a good option to use the app for your benefit, especially if you're on a budget. If you don't have the necessary needs to support your family by providing them with the nutrient food, there's an option where you can get takeout food, but you have to pick it up. There's no delivery service for this app. You have to physically bring your own bag and pick it up. And sometimes they will provide you a bag, like as of last night. Last night you saw that people, the establishment provided utensils, napkins, plastic bag to carry and everything, even though we already had a plastic bag. But with that said, everyone, I'm the Panda Photographer and I'm documenting something that might be good for your benefit. The app is called TooGoodToGo. It's for poor people like me and you. It helps the environment. It helps the ecosystem. Because a lot of people in New York City waste food, tons of food on a daily basis. People that go out to dinner, they take their doggy bags, and what happens to those doggy bags? Either they don't eat it or they just throw it away. So with that said, everyone, take hunger awareness with a grain of salt. It's important that you follow the app called TooGoodToGo. It is literally working with City Harvest in Manhattan right now. It's literally, well, City Harvest of New York, we should say, not Manhattan. City Harvest of New York. But I really wanted to share my experience with off camera because last night I literally was food high. I literally got high off that food. And not only that, I took my medication before I ate, and I wasn't supposed to, because it literally gets me into a point where I'm incapacitated, where I lost my other pair of glasses. And not only I lost my glasses, this is why I want to emphasize why my medication is so dangerous. I lost my knife, I lost my microfiber cloth, and I lost my other pair of glasses last night. And that's what happens when you take medication on an empty stomach and you be unprepared for the consequences. And that's what happened when I was actually in the live stream. I was under the influence of my medication, and I was hungry because it literally makes you hungry. That's why I didn't want to take it, and then I took it 10 minutes right before I was going to get my lunch. I mean my late dinner, lunch, and breakfast, and I felt it within the 5 minutes. I was like, oh yeah, we need to start this video, we need to eat, and this is why we ate on the live stream. We couldn't wait any longer. I wasn't going to go back down here to eat because there's no lighting. So, and there was really no lighting last night either. But I wanted to emphasize that I'm going to use it today if I get a $1 donation, because I am $1 short. So with that said, you guys say, what? Yes, I have $5.09 and it costs $5.99, and I'm wanting to order from this place again before someone else takes up the slot, because there's only a few slots. But if they take up the slot, well, we have to try tomorrow. But with that said, there's other places around here, but I found that place for the first time was very, very good, and I recommend that you check the quantities of your package before you leave any establishment, because as I said before, I got ripped off by Fresh & Company, and they said they were supposed to be $18, $15 value worth of food, and it wasn't, and it was really bad food. It was wilted, like bread, wet, soggy. Yes, that type of sandwich you should not be eating. You should always eat a fresh sandwich with fresh cuts, fresh vegetables, fresh whatever accessories you put on your ingredients you put on your sandwich. I should not receive a sandwich that is flattened, looked like someone sat on it, and not only that, it was very unprepared, and it was soggy. It was not very pleasant, and my stomach did not like it. And you can go watch that video. You can see me struggle to eat that sandwich because it was not very tasty. So with that said, everyone, I give Fresh & Company a 1 star, and they overpriced, by the way. That's the thing. That's why I said, guys, you got green leaf, you got sweet greens, which is another salad bar. You can go, they have wraps, you get your money's worth, and you got chop with the chop and a capital T. Those are the best salad bars in New York City or domestically in the States. Fresh & Company, I don't recommend, because I've seen their salad bars online and I've seen it in person. So tiny for such a little expensive. Yeah, you guys are not very, you're not helping the ecosystem. And I'm pretty sure you guys are not helping me save the ecosystem by giving me unwanted eaten food. That I should have just threw that away, but we weren't going to do that, because the purpose of our experience is to eat the food and not waste it, to save the ecosystem. So with that said, everyone, I wish this refrigerator was here, because I could really use a banana right now. But as you can see, they took it out, and there's nothing here. Why? There's no fridge no more here. This is actually called the 15-minute grocery delivery fridge no more. The reason why they took it out, and I'm pretty sure you community selfish people in this community, you upright rich people, I'm going to say it the way I'm going to say it, you feel like, because there's a lot of homeless traffic, and there has been a lot of homeless traffic in this area that I noticed recently. You don't like the homes in your neighborhood? Well, that's too bad. It's called society. It's called reality. It's called community respect. You have to respect everyone for who they are, for what they do. Not everyone is designed to do what you do. Not everyone is designed to cater to what you do. Not everyone is designed to keep jobs for a long time, because not everyone was asked to be born. So with that said, everyone, people literally did not want to show their respect or support this no fridge location. This was a fridge that I used to get bananas, and now it's no longer here. Why? Don't tell me there wasn't support for it, because there are plenty of people in this neighborhood. Even when I was coming through the pandemic in the wintertime, I came here to get bananas because this was the only cheap option. So now there's no option. So what happens to us poor people in the community? We gotta keep looking. As you notice, they took out a lot of the community refrigerators in this community. There's only one in this community, and you have to go all the way to Queens Plaza, across Queens Plaza, 3.5 blocks up past Queens Plaza. That's not really Long Island City anymore. That's Astoria. That's going 38th Street, 36th Street station. So with that said, everyone, is that Long Island City? No. Once you pass Queens Plaza, it is no longer Long Island City. So with that said, everyone, please support this channel. Please, whatever you do, respect the content for what it is, because the content that I provide you is not to take it lightly. This is a serious matter. We're talking about thousands of people wasting food on a daily basis, while there are dozens of Americans hungry every single day, looking for the freshest, best meal. Because I just explained to you that I was food contaminated. Yes, I was food poisoned by eating fruits and vegetables from the mom and pop fruit stands, and also from the food carts. That was food contamination, also food poison. We spent a whole entire week in the hospital, a few days in the hospital, almost a week in the hospital. And I'm going to listen to what the doctor says. Now, I'm going to try to look for something to eat, because I have to take my medication. And now that I have a bleeding ulcer on top of my food poison, that is it's still exciting. It's not there, but, well, listen, my stomach is going to take some time to process, but last night was a good start. Having fresh food from Vermont, grilled, which is Greek, was a very good start for me and my body, getting the nutrients and the protein and the potassium and the calcium and the vitamin K, the C. That's what I need from this strong, sexy, brown, chocolate-licious French body. Everybody loves Panda, so gotta keep strong. And a lot of you folks that literally watched that emergency video about me going back into the ER because of the food poison, I appreciate you guys giving me the support and the love, because it literally shows you that there are really good people out there that understand why being out here on the streets of New York City, it is toxic and very dangerous. This is a very dangerous and dirty city. You can easily get sick. You can easily get... And as I explained in my logs, there are a lot of homeless people with some diseases that need to be taken care of. And especially those that have... What's that? I can't even say the name. On their legs. It's so bad that you literally look out for someone in your community that is, unfortunately, don't have a home. And it's not their fault they have a home, it's the system's fault they have a home, because everything is being expensive now, and not everyone is qualified for certain jobs, or the fact that people are being discriminated because either their skin of color, their race, or their skill sets. Just some people don't feel like. For me, I've been discriminated for a couple of reasons. I think I was, and the reason why, because of my jobs. And as I explained to you yesterday in the live stream, that the last job interview I had with being a food floor manager, the manager of that place literally asked me several times if I really wanted to work here. that was a sign that he really didn't want to hire me. Because you're afraid that you have to pay me a certain amount? You thought I was going to ask you for a certain amount? So with that said, everyone, it happens a lot. So with that said, everyone, I'm Panda, and it's early in the morning, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video content. I know it's a little bit long, but I really wanted to emphasize why you should use the TooGoodToGo app. It's a very delicious and it's a very functional app. Do not accuse the app for doing anything misleading. It's not the app, it's the small businesses that give you your food that have to pay attention to their advertisement. If they advertise $20 worth of food and you pay $6.99 for it, they should give you $20 worth of food. Not something that they pre-made hours ago and then have it sit there, which was my sandwich, and then you sell it. That is wrong, Fresh and Company. That sandwich was warm to the touch. It wasn't even cold. Even though it was aluminum foil, you can tell from the aluminum foil it was warm. With that said, everyone, please support the app TooGoodToGo, because you help save the ecosystem. I'm Panda. Please support the channel. If you go to my website, I have photography prints of some beautiful landscapes from all around the world. You guys can buy a glass print. I'm only doing glass prints right now, so please, if you do want a glass print, make sure you select the glass print options, because I do not have the materials to make the frames, physical frames at this time, because financially I can't. But with that said, everyone, it is much easier if you get the glass frames, because those are really thin and those are laser printed with laser technology, and it's guaranteed it's going to rock your world, and you're going to be very surprised by the print quality and the structural quality. So with that said, everyone, you can also support the channel. There's a PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, but there's also a Patreon. There's a Patreon where you, the supporters or the viewers, can support the content creators like me and other YouTubers or other creators like myself, because I'm about to go on Skillshare and I'm about to share some of my old past videos about Lightroom tutorials. And hopefully I am qualified to get on Skillshare, and hopefully you guys can support the Skillshare account once I get qualified for that. So with that said, everyone, thank you for watching. Hopefully this does address some of your concerns about the app. I didn't show you how the app works, but you can figure it out. It's so simple, easy. All you have to do is sign up, add your credit card, and once you want to make a reserve for something that you like, make sure that you are willing to pick it up between those times. Literally pay attention to the times when they're going to serve it and when you're going to pick it up, and make sure you have the time to pick it up. Make sure you always bring an extra bag to carry your food in, because they might not provide you a bag to carry your food in. So take it with a grain of salt. But with that said, everyone, this is Panda, and I had a good experience using TooGoodToGo app, and I recommend it. With that said, take care, everybody. See you guys in the next video.